and you come into the level of mastery, you can go to 2 hours per week or even below 2 hours per week. Hello everybody! Today we talk email inbox system, how to delegate your email inbox to an assistant. This system can save up to 10 hours or even 20 hours in some cases of your week and free up that time for things that are more important to you, for example the growth tasks. The system has as a first goal that you go below 3 hours per week of time that you spend with emails. And when you have done that for a couple of months and you come into the level of mastery, you can go to 2 hours per week or even below 2 hours per week. But let's see the system first. So the idea is you can delegate your inbox system to an assistant, to an executive assistant or virtual assistant. And let's go through 26 tips and then to how to really set it up. So first tip is to use templates. I use canned responses in Gmail and it's a lifesaver. So you can start by creating a draft of your first 10 most used emails that you send out and make it a template so that other people can send it out for you. What I also like to do is I block off certain times to respond. For example, up to 12 o'clock, I cannot even respond, but later in my calendar it says, okay, now it's 1 o'clock, Simon, this is your email response time. I use an app which is really nice. It's called Inbox When Ready. So I do not even see emails before I get there. So like now it's in the morning. I said I don't want to see my inbox before 12 o'clock. I go to my inbox. It says you have not seen your inbox today because it's below the time that I set up. Also nice tool, follow up then. It is something that can help you. For example, you have this conversation and you say, okay, in 20 days I want to follow that up. You just click it and it's out of your head. Gmail filters are really interesting. I use the default filters and they're super helpful and never changed. But you can configure them as you want, but I never changed them. It's really helpful. They learn a lot because they have a lot of data of people using it and they are learning every day. For any emails you need to respond to, have them marked. You can set a timer to only get email after a certain time or before a certain time. I set up to have it, I can get emails just after lunch, basically, starting with lunch every day. But not before, because before I want to work on my most important tasks and have them done by noon. You can put together an FAQ page. You can set autoresponders, have influencers who can go through, for example, your spouse. Create simple email playbook where you explain what you do. You can use different colors, and your VA can send you a daily brief and a weekly report. If you want folders to go up, you can do an underscore. I do not use many folders, but if you have many folders, you want some to go up, you can do an underscore or an @ and then they will go up here. The goal is to get the business owners out of client management, out of fulfillment, and have them ideally be 2 layers above fulfillment. So there will be an account manager, some head account, key account, and then there is you. If it's really important, move it to Slack and set KPIs so that 90% can be done without you even thinking about it. Decide if you want to have them tell the others that it's an assistant, so hi, I'm the assistant of Peter, or if they say, I'm Peter. Do not check email as first thing that you do in the morning. Set it somewhere later, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or like I do, 12 o'clock. Don't spend too much time in writing these processes down. Rather, just do what you do anyway and record it with an app. Like I use Loom Video. It's a very nice app. You just do what you do, click there, and it makes a video out of it. What really saved me, 5 hours a week is to have a scheduler tool. I use Calendly, there are also other ones, but so people can schedule time with you without you doing anything. Wonderful. You can also set a budget and say, okay, up to X euro, up to X dollar, you decide, don't even ask me. And then create your own categories in Gmails, but as I told you, the default ones, primary, social, and promotion, are pretty good. And I also clicked that they can learn from my behavior, so they are learning all the time, and it's getting better and better. And I personally use the GTD triage system, which is basically, if it's below 2 minutes, you just do it. If it's over 2 minutes, you decide if you commit to do it. If you do not commit to do it, delete or archive. If you commit to do it to a specific time, put it in your calendar. If you commit to do it someday, then in your task system. My task system is Asana. And I can show you also, let's go into the settings. The main things that I did add to my email, which in this case is Gmail, are my task system, Asana. Really helpful, because if I commit to do something, but not at a specific date, so I don't put it in my calendar, I try not to have I try to have at least as possible in my calendar, which is the hard landscape. And so I put it in my task system. I will do whenever I feel to do it. Then it goes in Asana. And the canned responses, where you can put in your email templates. And then I have my CRM system, which I would also recommend that you link your CRM system to your email system, because then you have everything in one place and know when to follow up. And whenever you click on somebody, you know the whole history. Now, this is the advanced, but how to start? Let's say you never did it and you want to start this week delegating. So first thing is you go to the email settings of your email. In my case, it's Gmail. Whatever yours is, go there and allow, give the general permission to have email delegation. Then you grant access to your email. Then, well, there are some steps that you need to do technically, obviously. Then they say, okay, they add their profile, and now they can write on your behalf. Now the teaching part. Record the video as you go through inbox and respond. So for 1 or 2 weeks, you'll use Loom to just record what you are doing. They will watch it, and then they will start writing stuff. Then you will do your writing, and they will live watch it and ask questions. Then they will start with a shared screen to write in your name, but you see what they're doing. Then they will start writing, but only as a draft. So they will save it, but not send it. You see it, you check it, and then you send it. You send what they prepared. So step by step they will learn and have feedback, etc. And then you will have a daily meeting and weekly check-ins, etc. when you need less supervision. And then they will take over more and more until under 20% of time is spent in inbox. I also added to you the process and the VA accountabilities, so you find everything in the template. Now let's go to my inbox system. Before 12 o'clock, I don't see the emails, but that doesn't mean that if I search something specific, for example, I don't know, today IKEA is going to bring some stuff, so I can put in here IKEA and I can see if they wrote today that they're coming. So I have still access to my emails, but I have an intentional access. They don't drive me, I drive them, and that's the difference. In general, let's see if there's something important. You can add different markers. So I generally use just one yellow star, meaning respond in the next 24 hours. Otherwise, everything else is just information, so I don't have to do anything. But if you work with the AVA, you might want to have different markers. And you can put a lot of them into it. You can have 5 different markers, 10 different markers, and have a definition of what it means. For us, 1 or 2 is enough, and then the rest I think is pretty obvious. If you have any questions, just ask your sprint coach. So this is the basic setup. You find this, as always, in the templates, and I hope that you can go to below 3 hours of spending time in email so that you have so much more free time to invest in things that are more important to you and in growth tasks. All right, bye-bye.
The highest calling right now is to be of service. So the best sales is to not sell at all, but instead to serve the people you care about. Selling is telling. So who do you serve? And how do you serve them? The quality of this experience makes the difference. If you want our experts to go over your current sales funnel and really dive into the experience and the needs of your clients at each conversion point and make it a wow experience, then you are in luck because we have an exercise for you. Our 15-minute sales audit and one-on-one coaching with a world-class sprint coach. Fill out a couple of questions about your sales funnel and you will have clarity. In your personalized coaching session, you will get clarity on your number 1 bottleneck, 3 ideas on how to accelerate your growth, and a tangible sales map on how to double your conversions. Go to strategysprints.com/sales and do our 15-minute free sales audit today.